I don't even know where to start, man. It's been um it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I think the last video that I uploaded, I was talking about how it's been 1 month since I uploaded. And looking back, man, it's been it's been a couple of months. I'll be honest with you. It's been how I don't even know. 7 months maybe. Now, why am I even recording this video? Well, before I get into it, I just want to apologize in advance for my parrot that's over there. You might hear him squeak a little bit. And for, making you guys wait such a long time, man. Such a long time. So, what have I been up to, man? I don't want to even use this video as like an update, like a self-update. I don't want to, make it similar to the last video, because I'm sure most of you guys moved on with your lives, maybe. You guys have something going on, as well as me. Now, I just want to start off by saying that past couple of months, I feel like have been extremely, extremely different. I never experienced these type of months that I had for the past couple of months. In other words, these past couple of months have changed my life for the better, honestly, but just changed in general. I went from, at one point I remember being a high school kid, going to the gym after high school, thinking about what I'm gonna wear in class, working my little fast food part-time job and all that, to now, college, trying to get an internship, still worrying about what I'm gonna wear sometimes, regular human stuff. But I feel like mentally, things have changed so much for me. My whole perspective of life definitely changed, definitely altered. Maybe in a good way, maybe in a bad way. I think it's a little too early to find out. Now, I want to get into this topic of living the life you want to live. I truly believe this with all my heart. I really believe this. If you want to live a certain type of life, and if you want to achieve a specific thing in life, realistically, of course, right? You can't say, I want to fly, right? If you have a specific realistic goal in life that you really want to achieve, I genuinely believe that it is possible through the method of living from the end, or in other words, manifestation, or in other words, law of assumption, and it just keeps going and going. There's so many synonyms for it, but ultimately what it is living from the end. I started talking about this a little bit ago. I think my last video that I uploaded before this, it's been a month. That video, I think I dabbled with it a little bit. I started talking about it a little bit, where if there's a specific goal that you want to achieve, all you must simply do is act like you have it. Energetically. Put yourself metaphysically and energetically, emotionally, basically. Emotions or energy in motion. So emotionally or energetically, put yourself in a state where you already have the thing you want. Now, of course, you can't do this for everything, right? If you want a Lamborghini and you're driving a Honda Civic, You know, Honda Civics are cool, by the way. But if you're driving a Honda Civic and you want a Lambo, if you do what I say and you sit in a Honda Civic and close your eyes and feel the wheel and you're like, yeah, I'm driving a Lambo, and you open your eyes again, it's still gonna be a Honda Civic, right? In a month from then, if you do that every day for a month, it's gonna be a Honda Civic in a month. It's not going to change. And so I just wanna make it clear that these are all things that you can change mentally, which will then change physically, but that will take time. Which means this isn't a cheat code. This isn't creative mode. You know, you can't, by using this, you can't go in creative mode and start manifesting things physically out of nowhere, out of thin air. But you can plant roots inside your mental. Those roots will start flowering, right? Those roots will start, those plants that you're planting in your mental by putting yourself energetically in these states or emotionally. Slowly, you're going to start building habits. You're going to start living from the end, remember? You're going to start living like you have it. Once you start living like you have it, you're going to make decisions like you have the thing that you want. Those decisions will then lead you to habits, which then lead you closer to the goal, which will then eventually lead you to the thing that you want. It can be materialistic, like a Lambo. It could be. But this is only proven, in my experience, emotionally. Because listen, if you really want a Lambo, and I'm just going to stick with this example throughout the video. If you really want a Lambo, what do you really want? Like, what do you truly want? It's not the Lambo. You want other people to respect you. You want to feel financially stable, maybe, right? The Lambo is just a symbol of something greater that you want, that you feel like you don't have now. What is that thing? Maybe you're not financially stable right now. You feel like if you had the Lambo, you'd feel financially stable. Maybe that's what the Lambo symbolizes or represents for you. Maybe it's, you know, you want to impress people, right? Windows down, music up, going through Miami in a Lambo, right? You want people to look at you. You know, that could very well be it. Just check if I'm still recording. Yeah. So it could symbolize things. Nobody genuinely wants the Lambo itself. Now, there's a very easy method to confirm this. If you don't believe me, if you think, nah, I just want the Lambo. If you were the only person left in the world and you were next to a Lambo dealership, and you're the only one alive, there's nobody, would you really want to drive that Lambo? Now, maybe you would the first day just because, like, oh my God, nobody can stop me. And then you would want to go drive the Lambo the first day, right? Maybe the 10 Lambos. But after that day, or at least after a couple days, you're not going to care. The Lambo is just going to be a piece of metal on wheels. It's nothing. Because without people in the world, the Lambo symbolizes nothing. Would you get a haircut if you were the only person alive? Would you put makeup on if you were the only person alive? Would you put your jeans on and dress up if you were the only person alive? No. And so, in understanding that maybe a materialistic thing is just a way for you to achieve a feeling like financial stability, it is a feeling of peace or a feeling of being important, being proud of yourself, because you can see other people feeling like you're important, so then you feel important. These are all just things or different ways of self-validation. Okay, now I don't want to go in circles and yap too much. I just want to say, you know, to take this all back to one point, to put this back into the circle. When you understand that what you want is just an emotion, like peace, happiness, importance, confidence. These are all emotions. When you understand that, you can still desire the materialistic things to give you that emotion, but you can have that emotion without those materialistic things as of right now. You can feel how you would feel in that position. And then once you achieve that, the materialistic things will come. It's like a math equation. So, to put this into practical use, if you want to be at peace, you must first envision yourself. Step one, envision yourself in the future with peace, or with whatever that would bring you peace. How would that person in the future act? How would that person in the future talk? What tone would he have? Would he have an uptone like this and talk really fast and be a little jittery? Or would he have a relaxed tone, a little deeper, breathe in and out after a couple words? Would his posture be like this and his neck would be up and you can barely, hold your head up? Or would you be nice and straight, chest out, confident? How would you feel? How would you act? How would you talk? What decisions would you make throughout the day? What would you eat for breakfast? When you go through these details in the future, right? I want to have peace in the future. Okay, how would myself in the future, how would me in 5 years from now, how would he do all these things in detail? If you need to write it on a piece of paper, right? What breakfast would I eat? What decisions would I make? How would I talk? How would I walk? My posture, my voice, everything. How would I look? All these things. And then start doing that now. That is the key right there. That is the key. If you guys are still even listening, because I know I'm talking for a while. That is the key. What are you doing now that you would be doing in 5 years? Physical actions. I'm not talking about waiting. I'm talking about now, after you're done watching this video. Do those things. Have that breakfast that you would have in 5 years from now. It may seem very insignificant and unimportant, but I'm telling you, by you making those actions that you would be making if you already had the thing that you want, that thing that you want is going to come to you eventually. When I say eventually, it doesn't mean in 5 years. It means soon. When you are taking those actions, you're planting that seed subconsciously. That seed will slowly grow. And it's not even that slow. Slowly, life is going to give you these materialistic physical things because energetically you already have them. Your body follows where your mind goes. I know all of you heard that before. Your body follows where your mind goes. Well, put your mind into where you want your body to be, and your body's going to be there. Or where you want your physical reality to be, in other words, and the physical reality is going to be there. I want a nice house, okay. How would you feel if you had a nice house? Would you, keep it clean? How would you sleep in that nice house? Would you sleep nicely? Or would you stay up super late in that nice house? Go into detail. And then start living like you have the nice house. That doesn't mean be delusional and be like, yeah, I'm living in a nice house. Oh my God. Don't tell people, oh yeah, I have a really nice house when you're living in a terrible house, right? I'm not saying be delusional. I'm saying emotionally and energetically live like you have a nice house. Dress up like you're wealthy. Dress up like you have a nice house. Talk to people as if you had a nice house, right? Go into detail. These are all just examples. The Lambo, the nice house, peace, all these things are just examples of how you can apply this method to achieve the thing you want in your life. I have so much stuff to achieve. I'm actually battling with this one problem. I don't even want to yap too much because we all have our struggles. I'm yapping about battling with this one problem called loneliness. Now, What is the best thing for curing loneliness? A lot of people are going to say loving yourself. A lot of people are going to say having a girlfriend. A lot of people are going to say being with others. The best thing to cure loneliness, well, you must first figure out, why are you even lonely? I'm single. I am single. I'm, not around too many friends. Okay? There's certain factors. But if you think that the physical will help your internal, you are wrong. If I do get a girlfriend, and I hope I do, I think sooner or later I'm gonna have that feeling of loneliness either way, because I still haven't fixed the root of the problem in here. Physical things are just temporary fixes for the root of the problem. So what is the actual solution for this root of the problem of loneliness? Well, it's not even loneliness anymore. If you're digging deeper in the root of the problem, it is the lack of peace, of self-love, respect, and peace. Well, the good news is you can achieve that right now. All you have to do is just breathe in, look around you, look at what you have. I have a nice Apple Watch. I have water. Put some creatine in there. A nice shaker that I got from Amazon. I have a camera. I have peace. I have peace. I'm not lying to myself. I'm just simply putting my energetic state into a peaceful energetic state. I'm acting like I have peace. Acting and lying are two different things. I am acting like I have peace. I have peace. And then you go ahead and ask yourself, well, just like the other examples, if I did really have peace, how would I act? How would I talk? How would I walk? What would I eat for breakfast, right? You would ask yourself all these things, and then you would live accordingly to the answer of those questions. If I am a peaceful person, well, then what would I do? Would I be scrolling on my phone thinking, oh my God, who am I going to call? I don't know what to do. I'm lonely. Or would I think to myself, okay, what should I make for lunch today? Let me go to the store and buy some ingredients. Let me make a healthy lunch today. Did I hit my workout today? No? Okay, I'm going to do that. After that, I'm going to get my protein in. I'm going to get my shakes, whatever. Maybe put on a movie. Make a video. Work on school. I'm in college, right? All right, sorry guys. I had to go talk. But yeah. Where were we? Yeah, we were talking about peace. Once you start acting like you have peace, peace will be brought to you. I'm always going to have a sense of loneliness. What you believe is true, right? I believe I'm always going to have a little bit of loneliness because I believe that's normal. I believe that's just how it is. Therefore, that's what's going to happen. And, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. What I don't like, though, is I don't like how I'm emotionally unstable a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm at peace, but then when life throws a little curveball, when some person gets in my life and then flakes, when I get my hopes up and put my trust in a person and things of that nature, or I think too far into the future and I start fantasizing and falling in love too quickly, I lose that peace for a little bit. And then slowly I regain it back because I realize that the external is never going to actually give me peace. The internal is. here and here. And that's all I want. Peace. I want to be able to smile at what I accomplished and who I am. And I want to be full of self-love. Like, I really want to, be proud of who I am and be happy with myself. I want to reach that state of I'm the only person I need. And I think it's impossible to fully reach that state because you can never not depend on somebody, whether that's financially. I depend on my parents still financially. I live in their house. I still didn't move out. I depend on, maybe you have a wife. You depend on her, for your happiness. I mean, that's a marriage. You have kids, you depend on them to have good grades. That'll make you happy. So there's always a depending factor. But the majority of your happiness, I think this is possible. The majority of your happiness, I think it's possible that it can come from here. It can come from yourself. And I want that. I want to achieve that. That's my desire. What's your desire? Is it the same thing? If it's not, it's cool. You can pick whatever. But you can apply. And by the way, I'm sorry that I'm sitting like this. I know it might seem a little zesty, but you can apply all of these steps that I went over in this video to the thing that you want. I just told you what I want. And you can apply it. Step 1, figure out what you want. Okay, I think I got it. Step 1 is done. Step 2, ask yourself the questions. What would I do? How would I talk? What would you eat for breakfast? So on and so forth. Maybe even write it on a piece of paper. Step 3, answer those questions on that paper. And then step 4, the biggest step. Actually implement those actions today. Actually do the stuff that you answered on that paper today. And then slowly, but not too slowly, those roots that you're planting by doing those actions today are going to put you in that reality that you want, your desired reality. The farther your desired reality is from your current reality, the longer it'll take. The shorter the distance, the shorter it will take. But if you continue this process, you will be there. That doesn't mean fully every day, all day, act like how you would act 5 years from now or in your desired reality. We're not perfect. 8 out of those 10 days, if you can act like that, you will be in your desired reality in no time. You will be the owner of your life. You are the only person that you will depend on for the majority of things in life. And that is where I want to be. I believe that's where everybody, all of us should want to be. So yeah, man, that's the video for today. Like I said, I know I came out of the blue, after not uploading for so long. But yeah, I just wanted to talk with you guys, see how you guys been doing. Please, in the comments below, if you guys are watching this far, in the comments below, let me know what's new with you guys. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? And, I'm going to read every comment. So let me know. Let me know how you guys are doing, and what's new. What do you guys think about this topic that I'm talking about? What do you guys want to see in the future? Things of that nature. So, yeah, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you for watching. It's probably going to be raw and unedited, honestly. So, it's just going to be a one-on-one type of self-talk. And, yeah, man. I'll see you guys in my next video. God bless to everybody. Yeah. And